Het einde van het jaar nadert en dus liggen er ook weer een heleboel greatest hits albums onder de kerstboom. Zo ook Go, The Very Best of Moby. Moby, what's up with the greatest hits album? I hope you're not planning to retire.
No, basically I've been making records now for 15 years. And the man who runs my record company, Daniel Miller, who's an old friend of mine, a couple of years ago said, you know, at some point you have to put out a best of. It's what you do if you've been making records for a long time. So it's not that now is the best time to put out this record. It just seemed like it's a pretty good time to put it out.
Did you choose your personal favorite songs, or did they choose, the record company choose like the best-selling singles?
Well, the music that I've made that I really love is not the music that anyone else likes. Like the music that I've made that I really love tends to be either the more obscure, random music that I don't think anyone else has ever even heard. So the songs that went on to the best of were picked by my friend Daniel, who runs Mute Records, because his perspective is much better than mine.
What's your all-time favorite track?
My all-time favorite song is a song off of the album Animal Rights, and it's called Face It. And it's an 11-minute long, almost like death metal song that becomes very melodic and experimental at the end. And I honestly don't think anyone's ever listened to the whole thing except for me. But of all the music I've made, that's my favorite one.
That's my favorite album, Animal Rights, but there's not one song of that album that is featured on Go.
Yeah, which is, one of the reasons for that is I sort of want to keep Animal Rights separate. I almost want it to be, like I was talking to someone earlier and I said, like if you build a house, you have, like imagine you build a big manor house. So you have like a big ballroom and a big dining room and a big living room, and that's for the public. But then you have like a hidden room somewhere that's the sort of like special secret room. And for me, Animal Rights is kind of like that. Like it's the record that very few people know about, and I just want to keep it sort of hidden.
You're known for making really beautiful videos for your songs, and I just heard that you like it when you don't have to be in your videos yourself. You like it when it's cartoons, when it's something else. But what's your favorite video and why?
Well, my favorite video of all the videos I've made, it's for a song called In This World, and it involves these aliens that come from another planet and come to Earth to try and get people's attention. Of all the videos we've made, that's the one that's sort of nearest and dearest to my heart.
Yeah, fantastic vocals on the new single, New York, New York. It's Debbie Harry, yeah. Did you have her in mind when you wrote the song?
No, I just wrote this fun, sort of silly disco song, and I didn't know who would sing it. I wanted some iconic New York singer to sing it, and in my mind, she's the most iconic, remarkable New York singer, and I just got lucky that she agreed to do it.
New York, New York. Does it taste nice? Does it feel right? New York, New York.
Are you a big Blondie fan or Debbie Harry fan? Did you have posters of her in your room?
Well, I mean, of course, growing up, I had a huge crush on her because, I mean, she was just amazing. I mean, she was so beautiful and had such a beautiful voice. And Blondie were interesting because they were this very intelligent new wave band who somehow managed to write amazing pop songs. You know, because most pop musicians now, we have to admit, are not very bright. You know.
I don't know.
Well, I'm sure you've interviewed like lots of like 22-year-old pop musicians who just, you know, they don't write their own music, they don't pick out their own clothes. There's not a lot going on upstairs. Whereas with Blondie, like they were pop musicians who were really smart and really knew what they were doing.
You've been making music for more than 25 years now?
Well, I first picked up a guitar when I was 9 years old. So that was 32 years ago.
I thought you were younger. What's next now? Is there going to be a greatest hits tour? Is there going to be new stuff coming up?
Yeah, I see. It's a good question, but my answer is so cliched. I'm just gonna make another record at some point. Like maybe next autumn, put out a new Moby record. I mean, it's strange to say my name in the third person. So I'll put out a new record, hopefully next September. I don't know what it's gonna sound like. It might be a very weird experimental record. It might be a very conventional record. I have no idea.
Will it be like a private room record or a public house record?
Well, I think now, luckily, I can sort of have a little of both. Like I can make a record that's more experimental, but somehow maybe still is something that people would want to listen to.
Make me feel good right now, like everything does in this town. Lots of snow and popping corks, money drops in old New York.
This is the Music Factory.